this is Gary Potter, and in this lesson, let's go over how to practice major and minor pentatonic scales over a backing track. So the backing track that we're playing over here is just a stagnant C chord. That's just going to loop at 100 beats per minute. And what we want to start off with is the C major pentatonic scale. And the root position pattern of this scale would start on the 8th fret on the 6th string, and you'd want to play the 8th fret, 10th fret, and then the 7th fret and 10th fret on the 5th string, 7th and 10th fret on the 4th string, 7th fret and 9th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 8th and 10th fret on the 2nd and 1st string. So the whole scale, and then back down. And what you'd want to do with the track is practice the most common rhythms that you would use for soloing. So you'd want to do quarter notes, 8th note triplets, and 16th notes. Let's try that with the backing track. The 4 different rhythms will give you that rhythmic variety that you're going to need for either writing or improvising a solo. And it will take a little time to build up the speed and the technique to pull those off. So here's a little improvised example of what that scale would sound like, not just running up and down the scale. You can definitely hear the happy sort of Allman Brothers type vibe to the major pentatonic scale. Now let's take a look at the minor pentatonic scale, which would once again start on the 8th fret on the 6th string, which is the root of the key, and you would play the 8th fret, 11th fret, and then 8th and 10th fret on the 5th string, 8 and 10 on the 4th string, 8 and 10 again on the 3rd string, and then 8 and 11 on the first 2 strings. This is probably the most common pentatonic pattern that is played on the guitar. And over this backing track, it's going to have a very bluesy, sort of aggressive type sound. You can definitely tell that it has a much more aggressive or harsher type sound with the altered tensions that the blues scale is going to give you. But the next thing you could do when you're practicing over a track like this is combine the 2 scales, so you get major and minor pentatonic. Let's take a look at what that sounds like. Definitely mixing the major and minor pentatonic scale over a backing track like this is going to give you so many more possibilities to get some different sounds, because you could hear the mix of that sort of happy type pentatonic scale, and then the mix of the minor pentatonic scale. And I also put the flat 5 in there, which is part of the blues scale. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Take a look at the link that's right below the video here in the info box, and that will take you over to PracticeTheGuitar.com. There's 15 different tempos for this backing track that you could practice with. 100 beats per minute is free. You can just jam along, play whatever you want, or if you want to try some of the concepts that we're talking about in this video here, check it out. See you next time.